Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Today we are going to talk about these two consoles. Right here we have the Switch 2 and then we have the Switch 1, which is the OLED. And the truth is, you guys, if you saw that new Bloomberg article that just dropped, it tells us about the scary reality of the Nintendo Switch 2. They literally dropped their production from 6 million units to 4 million units. This is a scary situation. And the reason why I'm saying it's a scary situation is because the real question is it worth collecting for the Nintendo Switch 2? I have a few reasons why it may or may not be worth collecting for the Switch 2. So starting off with reason number one for collecting the Switch 2. Reason number one is the power versus the innovation gap. The truth is that the Switch 2 is a way better console than the Switch 1 performance-wise, right? The Switch 2, it runs a few games at 60 frames per second, from 40 frames per second to 60 frames per second, which is great. And even some of the games that are very heavy on the Switch 1 runs great on the Switch 2. Like Witcher 3 runs great on the Switch 2, right? And then you have the new ports that are coming to the Switch 2, which is Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk is running from that 40 to 45 frames per second range. And then you got Fortnite that's now running at a full 60 frames per second on Switch 2. But here's the reality and why I'm saying, is it truly an innovation gap or is it power? And the truth is, yes, the Switch 2 has more power, but is it truly innovative? No. Reason why I'm saying no, you guys, is because literally the Switch 2 is playing games that dropped in the 2010s. We are literally playing 2010 games and saying that these games are great. We know they're great. There's a reason why they're being released again on the Switch 2, and it's because they're great games. But the reality is that we're just playing a new console, but playing older games on it. And guess what? We're just playing another Switch 1. That's just the truth. The Switch 1 has the same games that were on the Wii U. Xenoblade Chronicles X, right? Mario Kart Deluxe, right? So we're playing the same games over and over and over again. Even think about what they did recently, dropping Pokemon Fire Red, right? And all those games, which is great because honestly, if you try to buy any of those games right now on resale, they're like $100 and something, and now you can play it on your Switch OLED and it looks way better, runs great and all that stuff. But that's the thing, you guys, we're just buying the same thing over and over again, just with a new, much more powerful console, and we say this is great. Think about like the Turok games that dropped on N64. They made a Switch 1 port for that, right? Literally, those like type of games are the reason why we're not truly making an innovative gap. It's just adding more power to a console. And that's just the truth and what we got going on here in this situation. Now, reason number two, game key cards. All right. I am going to talk about the game key card situation. And the only reason why I am talking about the game key card situation is because, one, think about the waste factor, right? The beauty about being a collector is that you can actually collect these physical games, keep them, and you can play them whenever you want on any console. I mean, I could play literally any of my Switch 1 games on my Switch 2 or on my Switch 1, right? Problem is, we're now in an era where we're creating these game key cards that don't have the actual physical data on the card itself. And this cartridge is pretty much just going to be waste in the future. And the thing is, I'm going to just be honest. I don't think it's a problem for most people because you look at the numbers of Pocopia, right? You look at the numbers of Resident Evil Requiem. These are good numbers for game key card games, you guys. People are literally buying these games because they're literally good games. And The thing is, as long as you make a good game, people are gonna buy it, whether that's a game key card, whether that's digital or physical. And there's a reason why collectors are spending so much money to get the physical versions of these games. Just imagine if Pocopia had a limited run version and got a physical. You know how many people are gonna buy it? So many people. And the resale value of that game is gonna go crazy. And think of it like this. The reason why these game key cards are selling is because us, the consumers, are selling them ourselves. If you look at eBay right now for that Resident Evil Requiem collector's pack, whatever, with those 3 games, they're literally up in resale from like $100 to like literally $140. It's ridiculous. I even saw a few at Game On Expo for resale, and I'm like thinking to myself, why would I spend all that money on literally something that's just gonna be collecting dust on a shelf in literally a few years? So you guys really got to think about, right, like the situation that's going on here. And the truth is that we have a system that is so powerful that it's literally giving off 2010 power in a portable console. Now, I understand it's a portable console. I really do. And I understand why it's so impressive to get Resident Evil Requiem and all those games on the Switch 2. The only problem I have with it, you guys, is that these are literally game key cards. That's it. And the thing is, if people are going to buy them, they're going to buy them. It's just the reality. We are going to buy the game key cards. And the reason why is because everybody wants to play the new hot games, right? You want to play the Resident Evil Requiem. You want to play the Pocopia. But the truth is, at one point, those things are just going to collect dust. All right? Now, reason number 3 of why I think you should collect for the Switch 2 is because I think this might be the end of physical media. I'm just being honest. I think the Switch 2 is going to be the last console we will have that will have physical media on it. And the reason why I say that, you guys, is because the writing's on the wall. You look at Xbox, right? Xbox director steps down and now they hire an AI lady, right? Sony PlayStation was like one of the first companies to drop an all digital console. And now Nintendo is creating game key cards. And the truth is, you guys, this might be it. This might be the end of physical games. And the truth is, you guys, we're going to develop subscription fatigue. Everything is now a subscription. Everything is now a paid service. You cannot do anything without paying for a service. Like, think of it like this, right? Xbox has Xbox Game Pass. You want to play the Fallout games or the old school games and all that stuff? Oh, just buy Xbox Game Pass. That's an easy way of doing it, right? Oh, you can't afford an SSD and stuff like that. Just buy GeForce Now and you can stream your games over Wi-Fi, paying certain X amount every month, right? Oh, Nintendo, you want to use our newest feature of Game Chat with the camera? That's a gimmick. Guess what? You got to pay for a subscription for that too. Oh, you want to play the new GameCube online emulator? You got to pay a subscription for that too. We're literally in the era, you guys, of paying a subscription for everything. So I really do think this might be the last physical console we will have. And not to relate it back to the Wii U, the Switch 2 is a much more enhanced Wii U. Now, do I think it's going to have the same downfall as the Wii U? No. Reason why is because the Wii U actually has a physical media library, and that physical media library is actual physical games. The Switch 2 does not have those actual physical games. So the truth is, you guys, is we're living in a time where all these subscriptions and all these services that we are paying for is now a reality. And the thing is, we're now in the time of AI also. I really do think this is the last generation of consoles that we're going to have that are going to be actual published games by game studios and by people. I'm not going to be shocked the day a full AI, 100% generated AI game drops. And the reason why I'm saying I'm not going to be shocked for that day is because I know everybody is going to buy that game. I will even buy the 100% generated AI game. Reason why is because curiosity is going to kill the cat. Right? People were curious about game key cards. Hey, Pocopia is selling great. Why wouldn't a 100% generated AI game sell great. So I really do think we are at the end of physical media and collecting games. So at the end of this all, you guys, you got to realize that there's a reason why Nintendo is cutting 30% of their games. I mean, my bad, 30% of their Switch 2 consoles is because this is the smoking gun right here. We're starting to see that the economy, right? Certain events going around the world, games selling for $80, game key cards, subscription-based gaming, all of this stuff is starting to show its wear on why we might not have any more physical media, and why this might be the last actual console to have physical actual media on the games. So yeah, I think this is it, you guys. I really do. I think we are at the point where we are here. And the truth is, are you going to continue buying? Are you truly going to continue gaming, knowing that you're never truly going to own anything because you're just getting a digital license for something? I mean, even the Nintendo Switch 2 terms and conditions, technically you don't even own the console yourself either. Are we at the point in gaming now where we're not giving power to the players? We're not giving power to the gamers? I think the truth is that as a collector and as a video game collector and someone who loves video games and who has loved Nintendo growing up playing Nintendo games, I think we're at the point now where the truth is we're moving in a different direction. And that different direction, you guys, is the future of gaming is subscription based, is digital licensing, and it's not having control over what you got. So I will personally continue collecting for the Switch 2. And the only reason why I'm going to continue collecting for the Switch 2 is because I think this is the end. I think this is truly the last console we will ever have with physical media.